I'm all for progressiveness, guys, but that was not the time to do it. So now we have more Davids. All I'm saying right now, guys, is thank God for little baby Vincent. I am so happy about that. So another thing about me, I'll tell you this. Surprise, surprise, I was a goth kid in high school. There's a reason why I'm telling you guys this right now. You know, I had a tough time. Things were kind of weird. People treated me odd. You know, goth kid stuff. After I get out of high school, I realized that that was a terrible, terrible idea. Stop being goth. Still liked, you know, a couple different things about that lifestyle, but pretty much cut it off. Me and my friends were looking at t-shirts one day on this very, very, very mean website. One of these t-shirts has a guy on it with one arm, and it says, if you're happy and you know it, never mind. Yeah, mean-spirited t-shirts. One of the t-shirts said, I'm a hardcore Christian, and on the back it said, Bale fan. Yeah, mean-spirited t-shirts. So at one of time we're looking at it, and I just see this t-shirt, and it's just a splotch on the t-shirt, and I'm like, I can't read this. And they're like, oh, dude, that's funny. I'm like, no, seriously, I can't read the t-shirt. They're like, that's really funny, man. I'm like, no, seriously, I can't read this t-shirt. And they're like, it says if you're colorblind, you're an idiot. I was 18 years old, and I was like, oh my God, I must have not been wearing all black as a goth kid. I must have had like purple pants, blue t-shirt, I must have looked like Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. And they were like, oh, well that weird little kid seems sad. That's odd. It's weird whenever you find stuff like that on the internet. But another little thing that myself personally, I love is, you know, I told you guys about my giant family. Dude had a stepdad, but my real dad was the coolest dad ever. He was 6'7" or 7'6", depending on the story I'm telling. And he had a tattoo of a dragon on his chest. Coolest guy ever. He was basically like my older brother. He had 2 rules when I was living with him in high school. Don't drink the last beer and do not have the cops called. Those were the only 2 rules. So one day, I'm hanging out with this girl at the house, which he was totally fine with. We're hanging out in my bedroom alone. Door's closed. You know, we're just hanging out, and then out of nowhere, the door flies open. There's my dad standing in the doorway. And he goes, no! And then just closes the door and walks out. I put on my pants and my shirt, and I go in there, I'm like, dude, what the hell was that about? And he goes, well, I've been reading this book about teenagers, and they said in the book you gotta tell them no every once in a while. So I just thought I'd go ahead and get it out of the way. But yeah, a couple other things about me is I do work for the city of Rogers, and because of that, I work with people who are younger than me. I work with this 21-year-old who apparently thinks since I'm 31 that I'm 70 years old. He asks me a lot of dumb questions, like, did you live through this? Did you live through that? He asked me one day if I lived through any serial killers. I'm a person who's alive. And he asked me if I lived through any serial killers, guys. I told him, oh God, I hope so. Just without even thinking about it. He also asked me, oh, well, what about 9/11? What was 9/11 like? I was like, well, I was in middle school. I watched the second tower fall. My girlfriend broke up with me that same day. I know those things aren't related, but I say never forget. And he was like, well, I was a baby during 9/11. I was like, oh, I bet that was awesome. You have no idea what was going on at that time. Second tower falls, wah. Oh, he's hungry. No, he's not sad about America. He's just fussy. But yeah, so how's everybody doing? Still good? Yeah. Awesome. Well, I got one more thing that I want to tell you guys about. Recently, working for the city, I see little kids playing on the playground and stuff. And, you know, nobody pays me any mind because I'm wearing a uniform. I'm the help, so they don't even act like I'm there. I saw these 2 little kids running on the playground. One had a bottle of soda, one had a bottle of water. One kid goes to drink out of his water, and he takes a drink, and the other kid takes a drink out of his soda, and he goes, well, if you drink a lot of soda, aren't your teeth going to get really bad? And the other kid looked at him and goes, my teeth are brighter than your future. Thanks, guys.